There's no such capacity.
Good morning! Crypto Chaos. Here we go again, guys. Wake up and shake that bear. Let's get it. Oh, shit. Good morning, guys. Good morning and good morning. And, yeah, it's another doozy of a day. Oh, my God. $95,000 Bitcoin. Of course, last night. I really don't like to be right today. But we called it, baseline bear. We got bear. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks, guys. We're bouncing pretty close. We're a little higher than we were hoping to bounce at, right? I told you guys this. I told you guys last night. I was like, I'm hoping to be wrong. I'm hoping to be wrong, but yeah, here we are. Here we are. Yep. So, good morning. Good morning. I could not sleep at all last night, guys. Oh my God. Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Of course, and Cody in the house. Cody and Cliff, how's it going this morning, you guys? Brave Harvey Freedom, J Money. Yeah, we've got a little bit of everyone this morning. Gamma Goddess Nebs. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Chaos Mup, I swear, says, Braveheart. We're gonna go up. Wait, is that what you saying? What? What are we doing?
When will then be now?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. Hopefully the pain's going to be done here soon. Hit the likes, please. Says Brave Army Freedom. Don't forget, guys, to hit those likes. Of course, trying to support the channel. Guys, I could not believe in the darkest of times last night, Attila the Hun dumped $100 into the channel. I really appreciate it. I just can't. I'm not used to that kind of stuff, guys. I really appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving me. Yeah, continue this going. Cause yeah, these are definitely dark days, for not just our market, all of the markets, as everything is down today. I jumped on a few minutes early because I did want to jump in, with, somewhat Bloomberg is recording right now. I actually stopped, I saved it and stopped it. We also got, Bitcoin Amsterdam on the second day. You know what? I think this has been completely ignored. And usually Bitcoin does dump while it is in the middle of having a convention. That's pretty normal too. But it doesn't matter because everything is crashing. Of course, it's completely uncorrelated as of right now. So guys, just chill and let's play some.
So just chill out.
Play some news. I got some news for you.
7-Up, eat a moon pie. Quit murdering people.
Yeah, that's good. I need to make another coffee. I don't have enough coffee. Just definitely enough coffee. Here we go, guys. Listen to the current update we got.
Food tariffs and strike
new tariffs.
Trade deals with Argentina, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Ecuador, all aimed at bringing down grocery prices. The White House says the cuts will target everyday staples like beef, bananas, and coffee. The push comes after Democratic wins in key local races that focused on the lack of affordability. Meanwhile, U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer says the U.S. and Switzerland have essentially reached a trade agreement to lower tariffs on Swiss goods to 15%. The White House plans to reveal details on that today. And Brandon and Kyle Lutnick are putting their stamp on Wall Street. The sons of Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick now run Cantor Fitzgerald, and they're on pace for a record $2.5 billion in revenue this year. The bank has surged to the top of IPO and crypto deal rankings and has expanded across the U.S. from New York to Abu Dhabi. The brothers dismiss talk of Washington favoritism, saying Cantor's surge stems from smart bets on tech, renewables, and digital assets, not, Danny, not closeness of their father to President Trump.
Okay. That's according to the Lutnick brothers. Let's move something else that is closely associated with Wall Street.
Here we go, guys. Crypto news.
Related stocks this morning, they have been plunging as Bitcoin falls.
And
on
Matt's
this
a bit more OG than I thought.
Joining us now on this and other stories is Bloomberg finance and crypto reporter Emily Mason. Emily, it's a feeling that cash is king once again today. So what's behind some of the deterioration in sentiment that we've seen for some of these companies that are now trading below the levels that they were post-Liberation Day?
Yeah, I mean, I think with the crypto markets, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum and the altcoins, sentiment changes can show up more dramatically just because there aren't as many institutional players involved, and that kind of shows up as dramatic swings, and then that bleeds over into equities that are linked to the crypto markets.
You know, I started out covering Bitcoin as not a joke, but as kind of a cultural exercise, like 12 or 13 years ago, by only using Bitcoins instead of dollars for my daily transactions over a couple of weeks. It was pretty fun. But back then, the whole culture, we would like meet in bars downtown, and everything was, libertarian or kind of a revolutionary kind of feeling. A lot of it was offline. That has shifted so much to the sort of corporate-based, Washington-centered, we want to be regulated ethos in crypto. Everything has flipped 100%.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin, people who really believe in it, Bitcoin maxis want it to be used for everyday transactions, but one of the issues is like the price is volatile, so you don't want to pay for something today and then, the Bitcoin is worth a lot more and you overpaid for it. So that's kind of where like stable coins came into play, because they're going to be worth today what they are tomorrow, so you can kind of trust it as an everyday currency.
Well, how much of that is exemplified by Jack Dorsey that's starting to steer Block more towards stable coins and away from Bitcoin, who he was the evangelist for Bitcoin, and exactly kind of what Matt was talking about.
He was the guy that we were hanging out with in bars downtown,
No, and he still is like a huge Bitcoin believer, and I think their end goal is still that like Bitcoin is a currency that people are using every day. It's still something that they're investing in, but I think this is them recognizing that the momentum in the market right now is around stablecoin, and that's what people want to use, so they kind of need to support it, and that's kind of a big break. Like Jack's X bio is still no state is the best state, and like that's still the world that he's kind of working towards.
No state is the best state. There's no government like no government. Used to be the bumper sticker on my old Volvo. But crypto has moved from like rage against the machine to just a big piece of the machine, right?
I mean, that's kind of the direction it's had to head in. Like the stablecoin issuers are applying for national trust bank charters. They're trying to comply with the Genius Act. Like they're really trying to like move under the regulatory umbrella. And that's kind of stands in contrast to the original ethos of Bitcoin, which is sort of decentralization. Like, we don't really need to trust each other. We can rely on code. And that's very much Jack's personal philosophy. And so I think they probably see adding stablecoin support as potentially a stepping stone, and they've said that Cash App and Square are going to stay Bitcoin first by design.
Hey, Emily, thanks for joining us this morning, and a fantastic story on Jack Dorsey. Really recommend everyone go and read it. That's Emily Mason from the Bloomberg Crypto team.
All right, guys. All right. So, yeah, that was a quick little update we had from, Bloomberg on crypto. We usually talk about crypto pre-market and then forget to talk about it for the rest of the damn day. So I just wanted to share that before we had the market open in about 3 minutes from now. So I went on a little bit live early. I did not know that Matt Miller was playing around in the Bitcoin space for a little while there.
June, right?
Since March for the S&P 500.
All right, since March, so going back even further. Coming up, Morgan Stanley's Jim Caron.
All right. But I had to make more coffee. I had to make a lot more coffee. I've been up since 6:30 this morning. Can't sleep with this, of course. Turmoil in the markets. My alarms just keep popping off like crazy. Let me get back here in the chat. Here says the goddamn market having with us so much, says Crypto JPEG in the house. Yes. Yes, so much pain. Braveheart, yes, got coffee and croissants. Yes, at Braveheart today, this morning. Gavin got his hand out this morning. Nibbler says all of our coins are swimming with the fishes now. Swimming with the fishes. Luckily, I like bottom feeders, says Nebs. Yes. Anyone making dry powder right now and has the ability to buy these pullbacks are definitely going to be in the green later. But how much more pain is there? How much more pain? Alligators are fire. Thank God for the bags of plankton. We roll what's this roll? What? We roll the C4. Yes, the bottom. Yes. Michael Gammon, how's it going? Good morning, Michael. How's it going? I heard the wretch in the background. yeah, right. I know. She's like, what would she say? Cash. It still proves cash is king, and I'm like, bleh. Screw that. Oh, Jesus.
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace. Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
Of course. Are you a bot? Pokes the stick. Says something about the 697. What? You talking about exahashes? per coin. I'm not trying to read what you're saying here. A697HS. Okay. I'm throwing you. Oh, okay. You're talking about a bot in the chat. Yeah. It's the best coin. It's the best. Holy cow, yes, GG. You're trying to fatten up Nebs. Giving them the munchies. Morning, OGB. Good morning, of course, guys. Bobbin in the house. How's it going, Bobbin? Are you guys bobbing with the music with Bobbin? Yes, yeah, good morning. Yes, my freedom. How are you doing? Did you sell the Silver Brave? Did you sell it, of course, into the market yet? Did you flip it? Brave Harry Freedom says, excellent, thanks with these talking heads pushing the stability of the stable coins over Bitcoin. Yeah, I know, right? I was like, what the hell are they talking about? Jack Dorsey doesn't give a shit about stable coins? No. He's just trying to utilize Square and, of course, Bitcoin. We've been talking about that for months. Anyway, selling more today, says Braveheart on silver. Yeah, I know that was so dumb that they were like going that route with Jack Dorsey. Stupid? Pro stablecoin, whatever. I'm overinvested a lot, says Funny Color. Same. I think everyone is. You're not alone. You are not alone. For sure. What else we got here in the chat? Aren't we all funny? I'm right there with you. Yes, we're all right there with you. Guys, we got the market open bell here right now. Boom, let's get it.
Moments away from the start of trading, and we are prepared for a sell-off again today. Boom. A drop for the week. 2 weeks down back-to-back. It's the worst that we've had in terms of consecutive weekly drops since at least the beginning of the summer. S&P futures down 1%. NASDAQ futures down 1.5%. The small caps, as the Fed gets increasingly hawkish, also getting hit down 1.5%. It's like power day when it comes to ringing the bell. We got a couple of power operators here. Vertiv ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. I'm pretty sure based in the great state of Ohio, because we had that CEO on before, and I think he was out of Dublin. And then you've got Terrestrial Energy, which the ticker is IMSR for an integral molten salt reactor, which sounds like awesome power technology. The AI power trade, Danny, the AI industrials trade all took a huge hit yesterday, and that looks to be continued today. Yeah, it absolutely does. And we have some weak earnings that have really just fed into that. Applied Materials being among them, shares down here at the open more than 7%. They saw sales decline last quarter. They also predicted another drop in the current quarter. They did say that demand will improve in the second half of 2026, but there's just so much skepticism right now, Matt, that that's not enough to revive these shares. All right, we also have news in, I guess, the old economy, although CEO Doug McMillon at Walmart has quadrupled the value of this company under his leadership by bringing it into the new economy, bringing it online using AI and such. He is going to retire now that he's approaching the ripe old age of 60. He steps down in February. The board has elected young John Furner, only 51, who has been at the company, though, for over 30 years to succeed McMillan. So right now, Walmart shares down 2.8%, but it's a down market. I'm not sure how much you can read into that. Let's bring back in Morgan Stanley Investment Management CIO of Cross Asset Solutions, Jim Caron. And Jim, you know, we touched on the depreciation schedule, and I'm sure what you can get back to AI, but I just want to ask quickly your view on the Fed. It seems in a little bit of disarray, speaking of the FOMC, right? It doesn't seem as though Chair Powell really has control of the committee right now. What do you expect in December?
So I expect them to cut 25 basis points. And quite frankly, I think the market's getting this wrong. And I know that some of the statistics for a rate cut are starting to fall in, for the December meeting. But my view on this is that when the government reopens, which it's reopened, and the data starts to come out, it is only going to bolster the argument for a rate cut. If the Fed has been cutting rates in the past when the data wasn't as weak, when I think the data does come out, I think it's going to show substantial weakness, particularly in the labor sector. I mean, we've seen all these announcements for layoffs and things like that. So how do you sit on the Fed in the face of all that, knowing now that the labor market is absolutely deteriorating? And inflation doesn't seem to be running out of control. In fact, the latest data print that we've gotten, has been a bit softer. How do you not, if your dual mandate is labor market stability and price stability and inflation, how do you not continue to cut interest rates in this environment? So I'm really pushing back hard against this view that there will not be a Fed rate cut in December. I absolutely think that there will be.
Maybe the way that you don't cut, Jim, is because you're trying to show that you won't cave into a Trump appointment who will be pushing for cuts come 2026. That's not necessarily my view. Krishna Guha at Evercore has been writing about this, some very strong words, saying the debate in and around the Fed has taken a worrying turn, that usually the process of building consensus has broken down, and says this feels like a dress rehearsal for 2026 with officials digging in against a default to cut under a Trump-appointed chair. Jim, could that be behind some of the hawkishness we've heard from Fed officials, and what would that mean for next year?
So I mean, this calls for speculation, right? I think that there might be some posturing with some Fed officials around this before the December meeting. But at the end of the day, the Fed is framework driven. Their primary framework that they look at is something called the Phillips curve, which is the relationship between the unemployment rate and wage inflation. If the unemployment rate is going higher and there's more supply of labor coming into the markets and wage inflation is coming down, then therefore goods inflation will also come down, then that is a signal for them to cut. Their framework will be flashing red for them to cut interest rates. So whatever the posturing is, they would have to really bring a very good argument as to why they're going to abandon that previous framework. So I don't quite see it. Maybe it's just talking rhetoric, but I don't quite see it, and that's why I'm very confident about a rate cut in December.
What's your take on the broader economy, Jim, and credit right now? Because we've seen some blow-ups, cockroaches. I'm pretty sure Jamie Dimon was referring to them as, although the private credit guys that Danny has been talking to are all saying, like, we're so good at
We're not the
analyzing
cockroach,
risk.
you're the cockroach.
There's no cockroaches here.
Yeah.
But the consumer has had a really tough time. More than 40 million on food stamps. A lot of them didn't get all of that food support through the shutdown, which was the longest in history, and we're starting to see like more auto delinquencies than ever before since record keeping began. Isn't this a concern?
It's absolutely a concern, and it's why the Fed should be cutting interest rates. So like the way that I would think about this is effectively we are in a soft patch for the economy right now. We have, by the way, been in a soft patch for the last several months. And Danny and I have spoken about this. The market's not the economy is not the market. So essentially the markets had powered ahead despite some of the weakness that was already existing in the markets, in the economy. So sometimes the markets and the economy do overlap and intersect, and that's what's happening today. As we get the data releases, people are jittery, people are nervous, prices and valuations have moved very aggressively higher, particularly in the third and fourth quarter, which means that the markets are fragile to any bad news. And that fragility is what's being seen right now. Now, the question is, does that change the trend going into 2026? And no, I don't think it does. Because most economists are still forecasting higher GDP growth in 26 versus 2025. And I think that's going to support earnings. Also higher productivity. So a lot of the onboarding of this CapEx and technology and everything else is bringing higher levels of productivity into the markets. This labor force now that seems a bit more abundant should mean that you can get labor at a reasonable price, which means that companies, in terms of their expense on labor, should be, relatively stable and essentially allow profit margins to continue to widen. So I think the markets will be supported. I think this is a buying opportunity. I don't think this is a change in trend, but it is turbulent right now, and we expected that for the fourth quarter.
Can we just talk about exactly what that turbulence will look like over the next 2-3 weeks, Jim? Bloomberg Intelligence puts it as thus. Bond trader hell is coming. 17 days and the mother of all data dumps, because we'll get the September PPI, retail sales, October CPI, September and October payrolls report, although maybe not the complete picture. Oh, and by the way, NVIDIA earnings too next week. Just what are you bracing for, Jim?
So I think everything that you just mentioned is very well anticipated by the markets. I'm anticipating that the data releases are going to be not very good. I think the data is going to show significant weakness. And I think that's what the markets are pricing in right now. So the question is will the data be weaker than what market participants are currently pricing in at the moment? And or might they be a little bit better? And then that's where the surprise is going to be. But I'm firmly in the camp that fourth quarter is really the trough of the soft patch. And this is where we're going to get that data dump. Let's rip that Band-Aid off quickly. Let's get through this, and then let's start to focus into 2026. But we have to get through this data dump first, and that's what's causing the markets to have a lot of jitters.
We'll all hold hands and jump together into the data dump fog. Jim, thank you so much. Morgan Stanley Investment
Let's all
Management's
jumped into the
Jim
fire
Caron.
together with all of our
Let's get a
money.
check on this equity market, headed for another down day. It is the fourth down day in a row for the NASDAQ. For the S&P, the second consecutive down week that we're looking at. We're down about 0.8%, so not as bad as we were in the futures session. Some of the energy companies, GE Vernovia doing better, Micron doing better, Berkshire Hathaway. Warner Brothers Discovery is on the plus side because there's reporting that the takeover interest has really started to come to a head with Comcast, Netflix, and Paramount. Now, on the downside, the more important one this morning, because this is what's dragging the overall market down, it is a Mag 7 tech flavor. NVIDIA, Broadcom, Tesla, Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Meta. It's one, are we going to get those Fed cuts? Jim Caron says yes. But two, is the AI trade, are we really starting to question it? And the amount of spend that's coming from these companies and the depreciation costs racking up, per the words of Michael Burry. Let's look at what we've had so far this week in terms of sectors. Actually, this is, 5 days. Consumer discretionary, one of the worst ones. I guess we've had some earnings there that haven't been great. Infotech, no surprise.
All right. Let's take a look at CNBC, Fox Business, and then get back in the chat, catch up with you guys, and go over again where we are.
Doesn't have that kind of money. This was not a bad thing.
Yeah. Remember when we used to talk about athlete acquisition costs?
Yes.
All right, so Under Armour splits with Steph Curry, leaving NBA legend free to find new business partner. Oh no. Okay, moving on. Fox Business. Nobody got. My gosh, guys, if you want to watch the news for free, go to newslive.com and get this stuff for free. I don't pay for this shit. I'm not endorsed. I just like stuff for free. I'm a broke bastard. Especially right now. In these dark days, these dark times. Let's see what we got.
With you.
They're on break as well. Humana or whatever, commercial. All right, guys, let's catch up in the chat. We'll take a look at the overall metrics here in a second. I'll just throw bubbles on the screen for a minute. Let's just throw that up there. It's not too bad yet, guys. It's not too bad. Just a 5% dip overall. All right, let's get back in the chat. Yes, it's So did we decide on the Sapphire? That's right. We're trying to figure out where we were. Oh my gosh. Crash! Coming in with Braveheart Big Freedom. Put your stock money into crypto stock market, bitches. Says Braveheart Big Freedom. Yes, CEO Big Freedoms. More like HODL! Right now it's HODL. Jeez. Crazy. Someone said Rob got hurt. I wanted to check on that, guys. I did text him, so I'm not sure. Hopefully he's doing okay. If that's true, I don't know. I did not hear. Bobbin says, Cody, what color did you decide on? Of course, last night you guys participated with the 1,000 giveaway silver charm that Cody is providing for the channel. He wants to put a sapphire stud in it as well. And we had a vote on it last night. Which color? It was orange, blue, pink, or winner's choice. And it was tied between orange and winner's choice. So then I told Cody, that basically means what was it? Jeweler's choice, right? Yep, jeweler's choice. I think it was one of Cliff's suggestion as well. Did we decide? I guess Cody, it's up to Cody. Cody went with pink, says Nebs. Nebs is just saying that because he wants the pink one to win. That was the lowest on the totem pole. Anyway, Braveheart and Freedom says that his hip is out, and I don't think it's a big deal. I hope, says Braveheart. Oh damn, he threw his hip out. Oh shoot, that sucks. Again, best wishes for Rob. Again, shout out to Crypto Futures, and the link is in the description down below. Of course, we partner up with him all the time, and definitely enjoy all of his content creation as well. I mean, we're in the green here. At least I'm in the green here a little bit more today because of one of his picks. If it weren't for Bitcoin and Zbeck being, of course, one of Rob's main picks from his channel, I'd be down today on my altcoins. Period. Like everything. Insane. All right. No worries. Yes, no worries. Never lie. Truth is king. Yes, says Bobbin. Yes, it's all pink inside, says Nebs. Oh my god. So stop spreading the global earth lie, Nebs. Yeah. There you go. Bobbin's calling him out. The Pink Panther, Nebs. But it sounds expensive. A pink sapphire, says Bobbin. I wonder how much a hip costs on the black market. Everything has a price in Bitcoin. Oh, jeez. The cockroaches and fudsters, mofos. Yes, funny we're talking about JP Morgan this morning. Because you know what they just came out with? They just reported this yesterday. JP Morgan sees Bitcoin support at 94,000, keeps 170,000 upside case still intact. JP Morgan's still calling for $170,000 Bitcoin I think by next year. I don't think it's this year. All right. So I just want to share some of the stuff I have found doom scrolling this morning because I haven't been able to sleep since 6:30. Long-term hodlers dumped 400,000 Bitcoin in the last 30 days. We've been covering this, of course, with some of the old G wallets. Even with that, Bitcoin still held, 100, 110 at one point, 100,000. And of course, where we are now, once the selling cools and the positions flip green again, history shows strong rallies often follow. Yes, that's... we're basically just retesting the RSI. Okay, so yes, so Taiwan announced that they'll pilot a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We covered this, as well as the Czech Republic central bank bought Bitcoin. We covered that. And the finance minister of Luxembourg said the other countries will buy it as well. We've covered all this week, guys. And this week alone, all of this happened in this week alone. And you are still bearish. I love this post from the Bitcoin historian. 100%, man. I just don't understand all the FUD and noise. And then Jason over here on X puts this out. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. When you look at this, of course, all the other post-halving years we've ever seen, 121% from 2024, and we've seen 27% on the post-halving year. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you stupid? I don't think we're winning enough yet, guys.
We're gonna win so much.
So yeah, my bets are on a lot higher before the end of the year, or into next year specifically. So yeah, 2010, an iPhone 4 cost 2,842 Bitcoin. Of course, today an iPhone 17 just costs 0.007. Yeah, this time definitely is different because it costs less, of course, to buy a phone or a house or anything else, of course, in the appreciation of Bitcoin in just 15 years. Let's take a look here. Okay, Harvard says Bitcoin is more likely to hit $100,000 than $100,000. More likely to hit $100 than $100,000, and then Harvard, of course, buys 160 million Bitcoin at $116 million worth of Bitcoin at 116K. Yeah, that actually happened as of this year. Then we also had this here total transaction value. Total transaction volume. I'm assuming volume they mean transaction volume. In terms of transaction, we've got MasterCard as of 2024, 24 trillion, Visa 38 trillion, and 46 trillion in Bitcoin. Yeah. I think we're not ready. I think we're just not ready yet for what's about to happen. Of course, Michael Saylor posted this morning, telling everyone to hodl. And people got a little bit up in arms on this because he posted this with the Titanic, and he's like, "So are you ditching MicroStrategy?" Like what is going on here? But he did, of course, say hodl, of course, in Michael Saylor like fashion. All right, guys. So I just want a little catch up on some of the doom and gloom. A little bit more of the relief, I guess, from people trying to spark a little bit more of fire on X. Let's take a look and see what else is going on in our space in terms of sentiment. Let's take a look first at stock market opening this morning. Where do we land in? Are we in fear? Are we in extreme fear? U.S. stock market is some extreme fear. Extreme fear at 14. Extreme fear. Crazy. That means that crypto's probably set to follow as well. Let's take a look at crypto. The lowest we've seen so far was 13 in extreme fear, and it looks like we're coming up a little bit. We're at 16. I think it's the same as we ended yesterday, so about the same. Oh man, crazy times, guys. All right, and then we got the Dixie. Let's take a look at the Dixie. How's the Dixie doing today? usually it would be going up if we're going down in risk on assets, but no, we're actually going down on the Dixie. Down from a high of yesterday of 99.35, now sitting at retesting 99 flat. So probably 99 flat being retested. We did test it this morning. We broke just barely 98.99, something like that. No, it really did just bounce off 99 flat. It really did. I don't think I see a 98 in there at all. And yeah, it's making another move up now. We also saw Bitcoin recorrect or in bounce already this morning. And if you guys were here, of course, at the morning live open, we were, of course, reviewing what we went over last night, and we bounced off it with spectacular fashion. Of course, calling for baseline bear last night. Okay, winning, winning.
You may even get tired of winning.
I'm tired of winning. I'm tired of being right. I want to be wrong in a spectacular fashion. Let's go all the way up here. Let's go to the super bull target. Let's go up there. Let's do that. Not this shit. I'm tired of this shit. But it's kind of concerning, guys, because this is basically what we've been calling all year. This is the fire sale target. We are literally $1,000. No, I guess we fell 1,000 away from the fire sale target, which is basically the macro bottom. Some people say it's 90,000. I'm looking at the overall metrics based on where we're on the cycle according to the rainbow chart, and the rainbow chart's right around $93,000, $94,000 Bitcoin. So yeah, we did bounce off of it within at $1,000. So it's not spectacular to be covering this today, but it is what it is, and the trend remains intact as long as you do not break that line. If I were to be a little bit more liberal with it, I would say let's just call it 90K. We don't want to be under 90K. All right, that's probably where we're gonna draw it. I think I'll just give it to him. But yeah, again, the trend remains intact. I'm not scared. I'm not fudded out. Altcoins sucks right now. all altcoins suck right now. I looked at my portfolio today and I was like, oh damn, I gotta take something off the table by December to pay my bills, and this is gonna hurt, guys. It's gonna hurt. But it is what it is. I'm gonna trickle out as much as I can to try to keep this going. I'm gonna go back to work at McDonald's here soon. I'm telling you, it's for real, man. I'm not even kidding now. Oh, jeez. All right, let's get back into it. See what else they're talking about in TradFi news. We also still have Bitcoin Amsterdam still happening. Looks like they're gonna have Adam back on. Well, they have him on right now, I think.
Connections, and so if you were to put a filter, install some custom software on your node and filter something you consider spam so that you don't relay it, it won't really have much effect on an unpopular transaction. Now, unfortunately, the net...
All right, I don't want to spend all day covering this because I know not everyone's here for Bitcoin. So, again, I want to throw my bias at the door. Just wanted to let you guys know this is happening right now. And usually Bitcoin does, again, sell off a little bit when we have these conventions. All right, let's see what else we got going on here in TradFi. Bloomberg, they're on break. We got CNBC. What do we got here? Come on. They're talking about stocks extend declines.
Very kind. More true. He knows appliances too.
Yes. Oh my.
As we go to break, watch bonds. 10-year returns to 4.1 as this dip is getting bought. We didn't violate last Friday's low with a little bit of cushion. We didn't quite get to 66.30. Stay with us.
The bubble still has not popped. We're still buying the dip, according to CNBC on the stock market. Let's take a look at Fox News. Fox News on break as well. Okay, guys, let's get into crypto bubbles. What's down the most on the day? Where's the blood? Show me the blood. Sui's down 12%. Hell yeah, I'll be picking up some of that again today if I can afford another. I think it broke. I think I was looking at a low of like $1.75, something like that this morning. $1.79 currently, coming up a little bit here. Yeah, it did fall down to $1.74. Been watching that closely because I think it's a good one. One of my favorites anyway. BitTensor down 8% this morning as well. Not too bad. It did fall a bit further too. It was down to $313. Wow, that's crazy, man. Crazy, these prices. Say down 7% also, hitting 15 cents. Damn, 15 cents. Some of the biggest movers here. Again, I think Sui is my number one pickup on the day. Aave, if you guys like Aave, it's down 16%. IP, of course, IP story. That's of course that IP asset play. Of course, if you want to, of course, bet on us tokenizing IP licenses. Yeah, you got that also down 16% on a day. Not too bad as well. Not too bad. Finding its bottom, it looks like. Pretty much there right now. Yeah, pretty much there. Wow, that's crazy. What else we got here? Anything on the big ones? Uniswap having a pullback now after its big run, up still 30% on the week. There's still probably more to get squeezed out of this, maybe a little bit more, but that's a decent pullback there if you guys like Uniswap. Jupiter, of course, that's another one of the biggest DEXs on Solana, down 13, almost 14% on the day. Yeah, not a bad pullback on this either. Holy shit. It's finding a new bottom, apparently. Holy crap. There's a lot of competition, though. There's obviously a lot of competition. Solana itself is down 9%, which is a huge advantage, of course, if you guys want to flip this into a possible bull market cycle going into 2026. Solana under 150 bucks is pretty good. AVAX down 10%. There's just a lot of blood today. I like it. What's still down on the week? What's down the most on the week? We're looking for 25s, 30s on a down day like today on the week. Dash 35%. That's a huge pullback from its run as well. Zcash down 21%. Even on the week. Even with this pullback, it did start rallying a little bit today. I think I saw within the last days up 14%. So returning back up to nearly $600. Maybe making a new all-time high next week. Maybe we'll see. All right, what else we got? That's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna stick with my guns. Like I said, guys, on the top 100, I'm looking at maybe Sui as my top pick for sure. It's only down 9% on the week, but damn near 12% on the day. Anything else? I'd say maybe IP Story would be my second pick, just based on some of these moves, ebbs and flows. It could be more blood though, so maybe don't bet the farm, but DC opportunities are definitely real with a lot of these assets right now. My God, even like AVAX and Render down 10%, man. It's crazy. All right, top 200. Let's take a look at the top 200 here briefly. On the day, we're looking for big numbers. No whammies. Let's see. XCN down 8%, Gyno 17%, Pulse Chain 14%. Jasmy 7%, SPX. I'm not really feeling too much of these here in the top 200 actually. Other than Jido, I've been screaming from the rooftops on that. Wormhole's down 10%. That's not a bad pickup on the day. How's our ZBEC doing? I don't even see it here. It didn't even come down at all. Really, I cannot find it in a pool of blood. Let's see. It's down 3% on the day, so hardly anything noteworthy. Let's do a look on the week here. Looking for big movers on the week. Jido down 16%. ZK still down 24. Zen down 37. That could be a good one if you believe in that project. Pulse Chain down to 24%. These are all in the week here. So I'm still looking at the blood on the day, mostly on the day. I like Wormhole 10% off on the day. That's pretty good. ZBEC is not nowhere near down enough for me to say that's a good opportunity. I'd be looking at probably Jido and Wormhole. Those are probably my top two picks on the top 200 as of today. All right, moving on, guys. Again, not financial advice, just my 2 cents.
I'd buy
in the morning
for $1.
Open dump. All right. Let's get back in the chat and catch up with you guys in the house. Let's see what's going on with you guys over there while we watch, of course. Bitcoin recover back up to a 96.5, maybe soon. It is Friday, guys, so low liquidity. Maybe people sitting on their hands today doing nothing or buying the dip. There's a huge opportunity here if anyone has dry powder. All right, let's see what else we got here. I'm hopeful for more green days before the new year, says Cliff. Not going to expect green before then, though. 100% bullish. Damn, bull. Yes. Cliff. 'Tis the hibernation season, says Braveheart. Yeah, I've been feeling it, man. I'm going to Florida here soon, man. Getting the hell out of here. It's a perfect time, too. With this huge pullback. I'm all bought in, just hanging out in the corner here, waiting for the green chaos to begin, says A Guy. Kodabaku says, yes, DCA here, and don't go ape shit. Just don't go ape shit. Yeah, don't go ape shit. 100%. Ape is the way, says Bobbin. Oh, Jesus, guys. What am I going to do with you? Oh, my God.
What are you, stupid?
Happy Friday, Chaos Crew. Happy Joy in the chat. How's it going, Joy? I'm giving myself a mental buffer. a few months ago of not cool stuff coasting into Bitcoin conferences and new Fed chair, super green into midterms, then bull run, says Cliff. Really? Really? Nice. So you're calling for bull run like maybe in the summer then? Because we had the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas in April, so it's going to be in the 4th month, and that's going to be, of course, ushering in the 2nd quarter. Yeah, lots of positive individual things coming, says Cliff, 100%. Everything happens in 2026, guys, as I've been saying throughout the entire year. Since the summer, I've made it very clear that I think we're going to go into next year, and everything points to that direction. All the companies, all the countries, everyone, of course, investing hugely into crypto in 2026. We have clarity, more than likely passing now by the end of this year, and of course being utilized in 2026. And then we also have a stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, which is not going to get fully utilized until 2026. Like, and what's going on with Japan and their capital markets? They're going to be, of course, making some big moves in 2026. They're going to be changing capital gains tax in 2026. Like, oh my god, it's just, where am I going to go? It's all going to go, of course. Everything falls into 2026. All right, yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Cliff. 100%, all those individual things. Happy Friday Joy, yes. See if I missed anything else in the chat. When the hat raffle, one of these Tuesdays, says Cody. One of these Tuesdays, Tinfoil Hat Tuesday? Oh, yeah, I would love to do it on Tuesday, Cody. 100%. Going in the next appointment, see you guys when it's over, says Danny, Super Danny in the chat. Who chickened out this morning? Yeah, who sold this morning? Show us your lettuce hands. Who did it? Who did it this morning? We know who you are. Oh, jeez, guys. No biggie, guys. Okay, so it looks like he did throw his hip out by moving an appliance or something. He's not 19 after all. We forget. Yeah. I guess he forgot. Yeah, says make freedom. Cody Bacula says, let's see who wins, and then they can pick. That way, everyone is happy, says Cody Bacula. He wants, of course, honor the poll on at least the winner's choice. Nice. So yeah, definitely we'll do a giveaway on next Tuesday, guys. So don't forget. I'm gonna remind you guys leading up to it next Tuesday. Bestie Joy. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do it the following Tuesday, Cody, because I don't think there's enough time to remind everyone that we're doing the giveaway in just a few days. Actually, one day. I mean, it's like tonight and then Monday morning. If I can set up in time for Monday morning. I don't know if I'm going to have time to set up for Monday morning live stream. I'll let you guys know in the chat. Also, if you're part of the Discord, guys, that's the easiest way to keep track of what we're doing here. I can, of course, fill you in with everything going on in my life. And, of course, the show, if you head over to the Discord. If you haven't already jumped in over there yet, the description down below will give you the link to the Discord, where then you can, of course, join the chaos over here. So again, I'll just go in there, read the rules real quick. It's just some basic rules. Don't be a dick, guys. That's all I ask. And then, yeah, to get access, just jump in over here and click on this emoji, and you will be allowed into the lobby and, of course, participate with the rest of the chaos. All right, guys. All right. I hope to see you guys over there soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
All right. Let's get back to it, guys. More doom scrolling. All right, so we're waiting for Bloomberg to come back here. Who do they have here coming on next? What did they show here briefly? Yep, it looks like they're going to have their lineup today. Where is it? I just saw it. I just saw the thumbnail. Who is on lineup today on Bloomberg, whatever. They usually show it right before they go to break. Come on. Give me the lineup. Oh my god, it went back hours. Okay, I'm over it. I just saw the lineup and it won't show me. There it is. There it is. All right, so they're gonna have Paisley Nardini, Simplify Asset Management Company, Ken Cancel, Churchill, and Frank Stephan and Walt. I don't want to see any of these people. All right, moving on. CNBC, let's see what we got in CNBC. Swalk on the Street, what we got?
I decided to go back and look at what every voter has said, because I think there's a lot of confusion about Fed speak voters and non-voters. The voters are the ones that will have a say when it comes to December policy. And the good news is that we should get some more economic data now that the government is reopened before the early December Fed meeting. But here's why the market is so unsure about what the Fed will do on that day. I think there's a lot of sort of we can afford to wait and see kind of messaging. Let's just look at some of the voters, okay? Michael Barr, he's a Fed governor. Here's what he has said in mid-October. The FOMC should be cautious about adjusting policy so that we can gather further data, update our forecasts, and better assess the balance of risks. Doesn't sound like he's itching to cut. Michelle Bowman, who we know is in contention for next Fed chair, she sounds like she's up for a cut, although it was in September. She said recent data show materially more fragile labor market, along with inflation that, excluding tariffs, has continued to hover not far above our target. Lisa Cook, governor, kind of could go either way. I'm reading her comments. I'm committed to reaching our 2% inflation target. Moreover, I will be prepared to act forcefully if the tariff effects appear to be larger or longer lasting than expected, or if other evidence emerges that higher levels of inflation are becoming entrenched in expectations. In other words, sounds like she could go either way. What I think caught the market off guard is some key members like Jefferson last week in Germany saying the current policy stance is still somewhat restrictive, but we have moved it closer to its neutral level that neither restricts nor stimulates the economy, which kind of tells you that he might be okay, also pausing. And Musalam saying on Thursday, monetary policy is somewhat between modestly restrictive and neutral, and it's getting close to neutral in terms of financial conditions. In other words, they feel like they've done a lot in terms of cutting interest rates, and it does feel like they're inching more toward being cautious. Let's see what the data shows. You know, that's why I think, Carl, the Susan Collins data saying I would be hesitant to ease policy further at this point, absent a notable labor market deterioration, because then it sounds like she would be a dissent if the Fed cuts. Schmidt last time dissented because he wanted to stay pat, so the assumption is that he would dissent again for a cut. So, I mean, he's speaking this hour. We'll see what he says, but that's the assumption, and maybe Powell doesn't want to have 2 dissents or more, you know, in favor of staying pat and not cutting interest rates.
Yeah,
so I think
it's probably just safe to just cut 25, even with the hawkish statements from some of the Fed governors. All right, moving on. What else we got in the news? Let's take a look at headlines this morning. We didn't look at headlines yet. We also got crypto news. Ooh, we're 5 minutes late on crypto news. We got to go there. Screw CNBC. We'll take a look at some of the headlines here. We probably won't dive into any. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon to retire in January after nearly 12 years leading retailers. The extremely crowded high beta trade is unwinding. JP Morgan says it's time for some calm stocks, to find some calm stocks, telling everyone, or going into a bear market. Or the bubble's over for the stock market anyway. Investor Ron Barron says tech sell-off is an opportunity and he's never selling personal Tesla stake. And yeah, the JP Morgan sees an underappreciated national security opportunity in this rare earth miner. Anything else? Not even a mention of crypto, huh? I see how it is. I see how it is. Billionaire families opt out of buying sports teams after over collecting art and cars. Wow, what the hell? First world problems, right? U.S. to remove tariffs on some products. Ecuador are looking at coffee. Yeah, coffee getting hopefully cheaper here in the States. All right, moving on. Let's get into crypto news, guys. Rip that Band-Aid off. Take the baby out of the oven. It's ready to pop. All right, let's see. Let's sit over to Bitcoin.com news real quick. See what we got here. We covered this one yesterday. That was fun. Did the ban on weed cause Bitcoin to fall below 100K? That was interesting. That was really interesting. I still can't believe Mitch McConnell is somewhat coherent. So I'll just say that. Yeah, I'll just say that. Okay.
What are you, stupid?
These are all old though. We only have one article here after an hour ago. Bitcoin ETFs suffer 870 million mass exit as Ethereum also bleeds. That just came out an hour ago. So again, a little old, as we just gave plenty of time for this to load. Bitcoin ETF recorded the second largest outflow on record with a stunning $870 million exit, almost $1 billion with Ethereum. I guess it's over $1 billion in crypto in general ETFs. Solana was on the lone bright spot, again, managing the modest but positive inflow. I believe Solana only came out ahead about $1 million in their spot ETF amongst all the outflows. Bitcoin ETF endured a brutal session of about 870 million in outflows, second largest daily exit ever. recorded. The heaviest pressure was landed on Grayscale's Bitcoin Mini Trust, which bled 318 million. Damn. BlackRock's IBIT sold 256 million, and what was it? Fidelity's lost 120. The remaining exits rippled through the ecosystem. Grayscale's lost 64.5 million. Bitwise's B dropped 47 million, and the Invesco's Bitco shed 30 million. Smaller but still notable redemptions hit the ARCB. And there could be more coming soon, guys, because I've been saying this all year, that a lot of these people that just loaded up in these ETFs, some of them have been holding for over a year. So they can take profits and of course, take short-term capital gains, right? And I told you guys there's going to be like a mass exodus at the end of the year, freak everyone out, shake everyone out, and then, of course, there's a very good likelihood, like a 65% chance we go up out after this and the institutions just buy up everything. That's been my plan since the summer. Ethereum ETFs were pulled into the same downdraft with a sizable 260 million. And of course, yes, Solana survives and brings in actually inflow of 1.5 million, a little more than I thought. Thursday flows reinforce the clear narrative. Capital is rotating aggressively out of Bitcoin and Ethereum products, but Solana continues to abstract steady interest even on the roughest days of the year. I'm curious to see how XRP, man, they got ran through the ringer because they just launched on one of the worst days in crypto. Let's take a look and see how XRP's ETF's holding up on CoinMarketCap. Since there's no news at Bitcoin.com, we're going to go somewhere else in a second. Looks like XRP's holding in here. Still about the same market cap as it was yesterday at $138 billion. Nothing else really moving on in our space. Top 10 still looking about the same. Yeah, with, of course, Tron 8, Doge 9, and Cardano at 10. Everything above still exactly the same. BNB, yeah, still holding at $127 million market cap, down to $922 though. That's definitely new area for it to retest. Okay, we got the top 10 assets here. The top 20. The top 20 still looking about Hyperliquid at number 11 on the outskirts, Chainlink at 12, flipping Bitcoin Cash, thankfully. I could not believe Bitcoin Cash flipped Chainlink yesterday. We covered that. And then we got on the outskirts here towards the end, the edge of top 20. Sui and Avalanche got pushed out last night to 21 and 22, respectively. And yeah, we've got Monero at 19 and Hedera at 20, with Litecoin still holding number 18. Okay, damn. All right, moving on. Market cap for crypto overall just lost another $100 billion last night. We covered last night, it was 3.33. Remember all the threes last night? I told you guys. I needed my numerology friends in the chat to tell me what the significance was for all the bad things, the three things happening, of course, insane happening in our space. The market, stock market. Equities, and yeah, we got crypto. What's the big three? What's the last one? How's gold holding up? I think gold's doing all right. Let's take a look and see what else is going on with the top 10 assets. Bitcoin still hold number 8, coming back up from a low of, was it 1.85 trillion? Yeah, I don't know, 189. I forget where we landed, but damn, it's pretty freaking low. Yeah, just underneath $2 trillion market cap. Amazon bleeding out today a little bit, but holding in at 2.5 number 7. And gold, yeah, still right around that. Actually lost some. Wow, this is weird. Like, everyone going to dollars, like, what the hell? Gold actually lost $100 billion in market cap overnight. We just covered it last night. It was sitting around 29.5, 29.3, something like that. So that's interesting. That's interesting. And then silver also having a similar move, down to $50 flat. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Let's take a look at how about Cointelegraph, CoinDesk. Michael Saylor, no truth to the rumor. Michael Saylor says strategy aggressively is accumulating Bitcoin. I wonder how much they're gonna buy on Monday. If we are still under 100,000 by Monday. Oh, geez. Running for the exits, Crypto Daybook Americas. Anything else here? My eyes are burning with this bright nonsense. There we go. AIOZ, network moving toward a connected contributor-powered internet. Canary's XRP tops 2025 debuts with 58 million day open volume. Yes. I think the only one that topped it this year so far, I think, was... I think it's the third performing, right? Or maybe the second most performing. which makes sense if you look at, of course, what we cover every single night, which is the normie searches, right? And the normie searches against Bitcoin and XRP are always on the top. XRP always being number 2 in the world. Where the hell? Come on, in the United States. Come on. There we go. But look how this is so declining. I've never seen this much of a difference in terms of searches between Bitcoin and XRP, which tells me that we might be going into a little bit of a bear market, a mini bear market, just based on normie searches. Because yeah, I've never seen the normies searches on XRP die down that low. This is crazy. Even right after the XRP launch too on their ETF. I mean, look at this. We're just on a decline. Let's look at the last 12 months. Yeah, you can see, boom. Yeah, it's basically in a bear a bear flag on the searches for XRP in the States. All right, moving on. Bitcoin plunges under 97K, ETH Solana and down. Government approves buyback increase to 75% of the protocol revenue. Give me something good, man. Give me something bad. I don't care. Give me something juicy. There's Tom Lee. As of 9 o'clock this morning, 9/11, so about an hour ago. Tom Lee's Ethereum treasury firm Bitmine Immersion appoints Qi Shang as CEO. Okay. Replaced Jonathan Bates, who led the former Bitcoin mining firm from its early days, of course, pivoting into Ethereum treasury company, Bitmine. All right. Okay, so they're changing CEOs. Moving on. All right. I'm kind of over CoinDesk. Let's go over to Cointelegraph. See what's going on over here. Bitcoin ETFs bleed. We already covered it. Bitcoin falls to 98K. Already covered it. UK central bank still disproportionately cautious about stablecoins. Taiwan considers Bitcoin reserve. We already covered it. Sony's Ethereum 2 Layer 2 super app. You can take a look at that. See what's going on with that. Is that Soninium? Hopefully it's not just their stablecoin. It's a super app though. It can't be. Let's see. Sony gets in on the super app craze. Startail Group, Sony's blockchain solutions labs have unveiled Startail, a super app for the Soninium. Oh, it is for Soninium. Damn it! I was hoping for something new.
What are you, stupid?
That links the users to Ethereum's wider DeFi ecosystem, built on as a consumer layer for Soninium. Okay. The Startail app serves as a first access portal for token generational events, ecosystem rewards, and other applications running on Sony's Layer 2 on Ethereum. Sony's move is part of a broader trend that companies to see consolidation wallets, payments, content, and loyalty systems into single platforms known as super apps, a model spreading across Web3 and mainstream finance. Looks like Cash App, right? Of course, what X wants to be, but has been getting nowhere near closer to doing that over the last freaking 10 years of him talking about it. All right, in Web3, Kaya blockchain, the Japanese messaging app and Line announced their super app project. The Coinbase in the United States consolidated user activity into the base app. Outside of crypto, companies like Walmart are building the super apps as well. Financial services and AI. Of course, Soninium has over 11 million total addresses and had 1.8 million in daily transactions on Thursday, according to Black Scout's Explorer that acts as the on-chain layer for Sony, the Japanese electronics and gaming conglomerate. All right, Soninium. All right, moving on. Of course, one of the biggest Japanese stablecoins. Or the biggest, I guess, maybe. Alibaba weighs deposit a token as China clamps down on stablecoins. Okay, that's kind of, but it's not juicy enough. Chain analysis says pig butchering is becoming a national security threat. Kathy Woods ARK bags $46 million of Circle stock as price drops below $90. So it looks like, of course, Kathy Woods is moving in there. Thor Wallet, multi-chain, should Wallet actually do? Thor Wallet, just a little Schiller article there on Thor Wallet. U.S. regulators mold guidance on tokenized deposits, insurance, stablecoins. Yeah, I'm not really feeling a lot of this stuff. We're getting into 12-hour territory now, so it's old. All right, let's see what else we got in the Daily Hodl. And then we get back in the chat here and do another run through TradFi. SEC chair unveils project crypto plan to declassify digital assets and end perpetual securities label. I mean, that's good. That's positive. That's as of today too. Let's dive into that. Boom. SEC Chairman Paul Atkins just announced the Project Crypto, a major shift from to clarify crypto regulation under the existing securities laws. Speaking at the Federal Reserve Bank in Philadelphia today, Atkins said the commission will soon propose a token taxonomy based on the Howey test. Oh boy, here we go, the Howey test again. Atkins says most of the crypto tokens are not securities, rejecting the idea that the token sold in the initial investment contract remains a security forever. Commissioner Pierce has rightly observed that while the token launch might initially involve the investment contract, these promises will not remain forever. I think we read this yesterday. Pretty sure this is not new. We read this yesterday. Not this exact article, but I mean a similar one. I'm pretty sure this is old news. They're just covering it today. All right, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm over it. FDIC, of course, pushing for clarity on stablecoins and tokenized bank deposits by the end of 2025. We're hoping to get, of course, clarity done soon. Before Thanksgiving, that's 10 days away. Oh, Jesus. It's a week. Maybe 2 weeks. God, what the? Is it next week? There's no way. There's no way. Is it next week? When Thanksgiving? When Thanksgiving? November 27. Oh, 2 weeks of now. 2 week. Okay. All right. Moving on. I don't want to get banned. Okay. Billionaire Arthur Hayes says one digital asset could explode by 3,791%. Probably talking about what? Probably Zcash. If I were to guess, he's probably talking about Zcash. There it is, Zcash. A new interview with Coin Bureau and BitMEX co-founder, of course, is a big believer of Zcash, privacy-focused altcoin that has already soared around $54 in September to $500 at the time of publishing. Although he doesn't think that Zcash will ever challenge Bitcoin's market cap, Hayes does believe there's room for alternative to Bitcoin and are reliably private. I think Bitcoin Synonymous is actually good because I want to be able to track Bitcoin, but I also want to have internet cash, and there's no traceability to that. And obviously, Monero was a thing, held a mantle for a while. I still believe more. I still believe more in Monero's privacy than I do Zcash. But anyway, apparently the Japanese authorities were able to de-anonymatize Monero. Apparently, really, by supposedly linking their different disparate parts of some information and figuring out who owned what. So yes, criminals shouldn't do bad things, and we don't want them to do bad things. But again, if we're talking about the super safe private money, then we don't want the government to be able to utilize that to go further. But I just heard the same thing about Zcash last night. We covered it. My God, I don't even know more. Privacy is not really privacy. Andy coming in with a $10 super chat. £10 sterling.
Money now. Money needing a lot now.
What is going on, Andy? Of course, our resident whale in the chat. You're not the only whale out here now, Andy. Attila the Hun showed his true colors yesterday, dropping $100 super chat, and of course telling us about his current staking rewards over on XCN. So he might be ahead of you, Andy, on I don't know anymore. Anyway, I doubt it. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for the whales. But I have to, of course, poke the whales. Andy says, for the £10 sterling, I vote for Spencer's sacrifice. It will work. I'm 20% sure, but willing to take the risk. What the hell? So we're going to sacrifice Spence to get this bull run going again. Is that the plan? What the hell? Oh, no. Oh, God. I must have missed something in the chat. You guys blowing up, about Spence in the chat. Okay, maybe, I'm telling you, the chat has voted before with like 92%, according to the ones who have documented the channel before. Andy and Spence need to have the gloves taken off and challenge each other to a duel on, of course, the live stream. I definitely want to have you guys on here. Wen Wei Wu, says Jake. I just did Wen Wu last night. And luckily we didn't get banned. Jake Asagi says, Shill harder, Otaku-san. Yes, shill harder. Thank you for reminding me. And I've lost. Oh, there it is. It's another. I could use it as coasters, and I keep forgetting. Or I keep the floppy disk. That's the legendary floppy disk. Wait, it's already. I can't even read it anymore. Shill harder, of course, reminding me every single day is, of course, our king, Jake the Snake. All hail Jake the Snake, the keeper of wrenches.
All hail the king of Ohio, Jake the Snake.
Thanks again for reminding me, buddy. Of course, to give me a like and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the live stream. I'm trying to get to 1,500 subs so we can give out more wrenches for this wrench economy. It's wrenchonomics. Yeah. Soon. Hopefully we'll get to 1,500 soon. I don't know. Bitcoin, my analytics on Google, YouTube, or whatever, follow Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes down, and we have a bear market, the show's over, folks. We're gonna lose a lot of momentum here on the channel. Good morning, happy joy, Andy Bakula, Aman Bush, OG Bobbin, and Danielson, Braveheart. Yes, everyone in the chat. Of course, Xano is the best tech in the privacy sector, says Braveheart. Interesting. Uncracked by Japan. Can you please have a look at the chart when you can? Of course, Braveheart. Let me take a look at that for you. Jacob Snake says also that long on Zcash came in a clutch. Thanks to Maximus Diamond Hands and. Andy calling out until the Hun. Sand, those numbers are rookie numbers. Insane. I'm gonna get a little bit of a whale battle on here. Brave Freedom says Xano? Question mark? That's one of the sister coins to Zbeck, I believe, for their payments app, right? Xano, we can do a little bit of a deep on it. Let's just jump over here. Coin market cap. Just take a look at what's going on with Xano. Xano, $16 currently. $16. Market cap of 241 million. The circulating supply is 15 million Xano, and the total supply is about the same. So it looks like it's fully allocated, which is of course great for any coins tokenized. Tokenomics. Let's take a look at the overall about this coin. The origin of Xano dates back to 2014 when Bullberry and the privacy-focused cryptocurrency was created. In 2019, Bullberry transitioned into Xano. Xano's head developer, Andrei Sabalnikov, I don't know, Sabalnikov, was crucial in developing Crypto Note together with Nicholas Saberhagen, the first privacy coin protocol. The protocol became later the foundation of Monero, Xano, and various other privacy-focused cryptocurrencies. I like where we're going here. Zarkanium? I don't know. Xano implemented the Zarkanium hard fork and had a height of 2,555,000, marketing a pivotal moment in the history of the project, introducing confidential assets and enable creation of privacy tokens. On the Xano blockchain, transitions Xano into the single asset blockchain to a multi-asset decentralization ecosystem. Another groundbreaking feature of Zarkanium hard fork is the introduction of the world's first proof of stake consensus mechanism. The hidden amounts. Apparently, you can also stake Xano as well. What is Xano? So it's a privacy-centric cryptocurrency ecosystem launched in 2019, designed to offer enterprise-grade privacy, security, and scalability. It leverages around cryptographic techniques like the signatures and stealth addresses to ensure transactions remain untraceable and confidential. The upcoming Zarkanium hard fork will introduce the Ring CT and the first-ever proof-of-stake algorithm with hidden amounts, further enhancing privacy features. So the staking is not quite available just yet. Xano's hybrid proof-of-work and proof-of-stake consensus. We just read about another coin doing this. I think it was Zcash. Also doing the same thing. Zcash is basically still more of a fork of Bitcoin, honestly. Consensus algorithm ensures robust network and security and scalability. The unique approach is also applicable to confidential assets. Privacy tokens that are operated in Xano's blockchain. These assets allow developers to create privacy-oriented projects without the complexities of maintaining their own blockchains. The ecosystem supports on-chain analyses or aliases, enabling users to link a payment address to a simple username and enhancing the user's friendliness. Multi-signature functionality allows multiple users to control a single wallet. Use for Fresco services and two-factor authentication. All right, so yeah, I like it. I don't know why I don't have enough of it, but I don't see any reference to Zbeck, and people have been telling me for like months now that there's some sort of correlation. So let me just kind of do a deep on that. Affiliation with Zbeck. Okay. Xano, I did not tell me anything. There's nothing in here for Zbeck. Okay, here we go. Ecosystem collaboration. Both projects are actively promote their partnership, highlighting how Xano's privacy features can be utilized with Zbeck's payment streaming and card services. I've heard that has something to do with their was it their silver card, platinum card? I don't know, whatever you guys talk about in the chat. But yeah, I forget what their card launch has. Xano debit card launch expands privacy utility, so they have their own card too over at Xano. Zebik is adding a 16th chain. Xano, the first privacy blockchain. They had a partnership. Looks like this guy. There's no date on this damn thing. Probably about 2 months ago. Or 3 months ago. All right, so there we go, guys. A little deep back into Xano for Braveheart on the channel. Braveheart says that you can spend your Xano on your Zbet card. Yes, there you go. Okay, I've heard the name. I made it. The whole song sounds pretty badass. I'll check it out. Bobbin. He's talking about Jake the Snake. Shout out to Bobbin. Okay, I don't know. It's a clip on YouTube. I probably can't play it because I'll get banned. I'll get demonetized. Jake says we can use Ohio's indoor jousting hall if you would like to fight there. Jake, of course, telling yeah, Andy. Yeah, there's places to go. There's places to go. They're being offered to you. They're being offered to you, Andy. Oh my God, you guys are insane. Okay. All right, let's get back into it, guys. One more run through TradFi and the crypto news. Supreme Court's tariff skepticism means uncertainty reigns in the market.
Those tariffs up to speed.
Tariff
so
terror.
What we've told clients at Raymond James is, expect these tariffs to remain. This is an important decision, but because he's gotten so many of these bilateral deals done and so many of these other investigations off, kind of the ground, probably the Supreme Court can strike this down with a much lower impact on the market and the actual tariffs being paid than if they had done it earlier this year. He's gotten a big reprieve by the fact that they've allowed these tariffs to exist while the litigation has made its way through the courts.
All right, Ed, a lot of issues out there. Appreciate getting a few minutes of your time. Ed Mills, he's a managing director and Washington policy analyst at Raymond James. He's based in D.C. All right, let's switch gears to earnings. Tech earnings, particularly the chips. We're going to hear from NVIDIA next week, I think Wednesday after the close.
All right. Let's take a look and see what's going on CNBC. Anything else relevant? No. Breaks. They're on break. Fox Business. Give us some juicy political drama.
Across the entire country. But the CEO of Delta says better days are coming, Stuart.
I'm gonna get screwed over this weekend.
People think the last couple days actually were pretty good.
Were they?
The staffing, as soon as the Senate deal on Monday got approved, staffing levels almost overnight improved dramatically. I expect by the weekend we're pretty much going to be full steam ahead.
Okay.
That's
positive.
Speaking of those staffing levels,
I'm coming up.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says air traffic controllers should receive at least 70% of their back pay by tonight and the rest within the next week. Meanwhile, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem handed out $10,000 checks to TSA agents who went above and beyond during the 43-day shutdown.
Damn. Imagine that payday bonus.
Not only continue their paychecks like they should have received all along, but also they're going to get a bonus check for stepping up, taking on extra shifts, for showing up each and every day, for serving the American people.
Yeah, Secretary Noem says on top of volunteering for extra shifts, some TSA agents would pick up their coworkers and drive them to work as they were looking for ways to reduce cost as they weren't receiving those paychecks during the 43-day shutdown. Now, as we look forward to the next shutdown, whenever it may come, hopefully it's not soon, Airlines for America is already lobbying Congress to try to make the next shutdown not quite as impactful on aviation. We'll send it back to you, Stuart.
Yeah, that would be a very good thing. Nate Foy, thanks very much indeed.
Wow, we don't really get lighthearted
Vance
positive
says the
news
government
anymore.
shutdown
That was
revealed
good.
a
I like
lot
it.
about the Democrats' priorities.
It mixes up the doom. Okay. All right. That was good. All right. Moving on. Getting back into Bitcoin real quick. Recovering back up to 96.5 with a huge wick from the downside of 94.2. That was the lows we got today. 94.2. About 1,000 away from the fire sale. Fire sale sitting at currently 93.6. 93.6. Crazy nonsense. Again, that's the macro bull trend line. We don't want to go below that very much. So, yeah, we don't want to go below that. Okay, moving on. Where are we at? JD Vance talking about the priorities to dominate. Dems want their priorities to dominate. Of course, every side wants their priorities to dominate. Okay, moving on. Let's take a look at bubbles. Are we coming up a little bit now? Overall, looks like everything's still down the day. We're up a half a point now. We're still about an hour or two away from intraday trading session beginning. So again, still pretty early. It's Friday, so don't expect the moon. Maybe we'll recover, and that's about it. That's about all I would expect if we even recover after today. All right, let's take a look at more crypto news. Let's go to how about cryptonews.net. Let's go there. We'll try them for a bit. Bitcoin price crashes to 94K, a new 6-month low. Crypto bulls get wrecked as Ethereum XRP fall harder than Bitcoin. Damn. Let's take a look at that real quick. Ethereum sitting at 3,196. Yeah, double bottoming right here, possibly, at the moment. Probably. Maybe. It's Friday. Oh, jeez. Wow. I mean, if I were any other, if I looked at this any other day, it did lose the macro trend line, I think. On Ethereum, did it? No, I don't think so. Oh, I think it did. Yeah, I think it did. Well, that's not good. Oh my God. Not good for Ethereum. Not good for Ethereum. It's all up to Bitcoin now. Save the day. Bitcoin must save the day. Yeah, that sucks, guys. That's from back in March. That was the only trend line we had. We lost that a long time ago, though, it looks like. Yeah. No, we lost it last week. We actually lost it last week. All right, moving on. What we're looking at XRP too. How's XRP holding up? These are the biggest altcoins in our space. How's Solana holding up? Also losing that macro trend line. Again, right around the same time last week. Looks like the 5th. Yep, on the 5th. Oh my God! Remember the 5th. Remember the 5th. That was. I remember the 5th. It's a freaking day, man. Oh God. Let's see more doom. Let's see. Where's XRP at? Where the hell is XRP? There it is. Now this one's gonna be hard to keep going. Keep the down. What the hell is this? Oh, that was the yeah, that's right. Binance debacle, right? Manipulation like hell. I'm gonna ignore that because that's just Binance. This is Binance's chart. That's why. Anyway, so it didn't happen anywhere but Binance. Going down to 75 cents is ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, we're still holding up bull trend on XRP though. That's not bad. That's not bad overall. For the year, huge run up, of course, from last year's breakout from 50 cents. We finally broke out 50 cents. We were stuck there forever. Okay, so yeah. Either way, guys, it's gonna be kind of a choppy day. I just kind of hold on to your butts, play it, wait it out. It could be over though. Anything's possible, but my bets, I'm definitely not betting on it. We already covered all these headlines, it looks like, here already on cryptonews.com or .net. Yeah, Bitcoin crashes, JP Morgan remains bullish. Yep, Cardano priced at 9%. Okay. All right. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I don't think there's anything else really to cover. I think we've been through all of it. Let's double check through X though. Of course, doing a little bit of doom scrolling. Catch up with the chat. Danny says, I sent you another video on X. Batman struggling with the current state of the market. Oh my God. What do you mean? Bitcoin's down 94K. Oh, okay. I guess I can pull that up real quick over on X while we're going back over to doom scroll. See what yeah, Danny sent me over in the chat. I think I've seen that before, yeah. Bitcoin, even Batman couldn't deal with it. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oh, God, guys. All right, let's do some more doom scrolling over on X. Ethereum getting battered this cycle, says Jake. We can tickle the 50-week. Bitcoin is such a tease, says Jake. Imagine calling in sick to feed your family and missed out on a fat bonus, $10,000 bonus. Yeah, that's insane. Looks interesting, Bob, and very troll-like, says Jake. It'll remind them, though, on the next time they have a government shutdown or do not get paid, and they're getting, of course, furloughed or whatever, back pay, working for free, that they probably want to, hold out and maybe get those bonuses. Billionaire Beebs. Billionaire Beebs. The legendary Beebs. Good morning, Otaku and future millionaires. Good morning to, of course, the legendary Beebs as well. Otaku, do you think Trump will not be releasing unemployment numbers as a telltale sign? Numbers are worse than expected. Yeah, probably. I want to see those numbers, damn it. I want to see those numbers. It's going to be stupid. I think last month there was over 100,000 jobs probably lost. It was insane. We know it because they announced it. I kept track of them. It was insane. UPS alone was, was it 17,000 or more? UPS job layoffs. Was it 30,000? How many was it? 48 alone. 48 alone. It's definitely more than 100,000 probably last month. Oh my God. We're 2 months behind on job numbers, right? Or all the numbers, all the data. Okay, moving on, guys. Going into some unfiltered doom scrolling now. Catching up with the chat. Pretty much over here. Strawberry Dragon's, of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. Good morning, Strawberry. I'm late. Did I miss all the important stuff? Pretty much. Pretty much. Bobbin says, Caesar says the bottom is in. We are going lower. We are going... What? What the hell does that even mean? That's a double negative. What? So he says the bottom's in, but we're going lower. I guess because I guess you don't trust in his TA. I don't know. Cliff says, Strawberry Dragons, how's it going? Did you catch Batman? Oh no, of course Batman. Yeah, he's drinking wine in the rain. Oh God, here we go. Peter Schiff, of course, trolling even further. I'm not gonna read it. It's just gonna piss me off. Just in, $2 trillion banking giant Wells Fargo just increased their Bitcoin holdings by 162%. To $383 million exposure. Banks are buying the dip. Let's take a look, actually, shall we? And see how much of the dip everyone's been buying. Let's go to CoinGlass and see how much Bitcoin's left on exchanges as of today. I wonder if it's more down and to the right. Probably. Again, guys, make sure you have some exposure because we keep falling off a cliff. They're disregarding, of course, the price action. They're taking all of the Bitcoin off exchanges. What the fuck? What the hell?
What are you, stupid?
I just lost it. What the hell? I just randomly clipped it. Okay. I'll just jump back over there then. It's because the browser's gonna fight with me. I tried to zoom on in to show you guys and it just went to somewhere else. It went to Market Watch for some reason. Oof. Look at this big rollover again, guys. Boom! A brand new record balance for the year. 2.12 million as of today. Everyone's freaking out. Not looking at the numbers. Look at the numbers, guys. These are real. This is the amount on exchanges right now, 2.12 million. Another dip lower than yesterday. These are probably, again, yesterday's numbers too. So take that with what you will, but you probably need some exposure to this asset that's dwindling every single day. All right, moving on. All right, what else we got? Doom scrolling. Go back to doom scrolling. I gotta find my spot again. Dang it. The AI is accelerating, says Cliff. Bobbin shares his favorite song right now to the chat. Happy Friday to a Strawberry from Happy Joy. Yes. Bobbin says, I love Caesar, but when he says something like we're going down, we're going up. And when he says we're going up, we're going down. What the hell? That's weird. I don't know why why that would be a thing. Anyway, okay, let's get back into also, for anyone who didn't catch it, JP Morgan still sees Bitcoin support at 94,000, which we bounced off today, and keeps 170,000 upside case intact. They're still calling for $170,000 on Bitcoin. So JP Morgan's still bullish on the cycle. All right, moving on. Doom scrolling, unfiltered doom scrolling. Let's go back to that because I got thrown out of that by CoinGlass. Electricity demand per capita. Yeah, people don't understand that China's electricity is now 30% more than Europe's per capita, more double in total. We're still above them in per capita, but they have still the most electricity dominant country out there. Okay, Justin Michael Sarah says strategies buying Bitcoin. We're buying quite a lot, and we'll report to you in our next buys on Monday morning. That's right. I'll of course be buying a F ton, I think, Monday morning. Wow. Did you just say that today? It looks like today. I don't think we were at 95,000 yesterday, so this is new.
Michael, given where Bitcoin's trading right now, are you buying?
We are buying. We're buying quite a lot, actually, and we'll actually report our next buys on Monday morning. I think people will be pleasantly surprised. In fact, we've been accelerating our purchases.
Are you ever not buying, Michael?
No, we're always buying. Bitcoin's always a good investment.
Yes.
But no, that's
The point
interesting,
is,
though, in terms of
if
buying
you have the
today
superior
at
asset, it's going up forever.
$95,364 versus buying 2 or 3 weeks ago. You're saying you were buying it at both. What's, if you were to look over the last year, sort of at your average, do you weight the buying based on trading?
We now own nearly 3.1% of the network, and we bought it on a blended average about 74,000 a coin.
Michael.
Yep, Seller's company owns about 3% of all Bitcoin, 3.1% as you just mentioned now, and BitMine now owns 3% of Ethereum. So the race is on. The race is on. All right, Bitcoin. What is it? President of Belarus just said the country should mine Bitcoin to move away from the dollar. Game theory is playing out. More countries, of course. Going orange. We're going orange. Treasury will start injecting liquidity within 2 to 3 days. JP Morgan expects nearly $300 billion liquidity injection by mid-December. Boom, boom, guys! The big print is coming. The big print is coming. They're also sitting on about 1.1 or 1.2 trillion dollars at the Fed, Treasury, because no one got paid. All that payroll is just sitting there. They got to hand it out here. I think today. I think they start doing that today. Just in $4.1 billion 21 Capital, Jack Mallers says Bitcoin doesn't need Wall Street. Wall Street needs Bitcoin. Did he just say that at the Amsterdam? I think he just said that in Amsterdam. No, that was something else. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that's Bitcoin Amsterdam. So he just said that yesterday, probably.
Bigger than any of us. And it's understanding that level of interconnectivity with the human story that makes us all Bitcoiners. And slowly but surely, people are realizing that. Like, Bitcoin doesn't need Donald Trump. Donald Trump needed Bitcoin to win that election.
Big time.
And Wall Street, Bitcoin doesn't need Wall Street. Wall Street is producing the most popular ETF of all time. These banks on Wall Street are having their best years of all time because of Bitcoin. So it's this really gradual process that you're better off on its team and realizing that you are a small part that could benefit from it, and you're not the main character. And that'll take time because these people have really big egos. But we'll.
100%, Jackie boy, 100%. Let's take a look over at Donald Trump's Truth Social. Let's see what he's posting. What the F is he posting now? Here we go, guys. 4 minutes ago, Democrats are doing everything in their withering power to push the Epstein hoax again, despite the Department of Justice releasing their 50,000 pages of documents in order to deflect from all their bad policies and losses, especially this shutdown embarrassment. While their party is in total disarray, no idea that some weak Republicans have fallen into the clutches because of the soft and foolish Epstein was a Democrat, and he was a Democrat's problem, not the Republicans' problem. Ask Bill Clinton, Reid Hoffman, Larry Summers, Epstein, everyone's on that list, guys. Both sides. Whatever. Both sides are on that list. Trump. Anyway, moving on. Jim Cramer says American Bitcoin investors could potentially lose everything. Everything. Guys, the bottom's in. Oh, shit. That's hilarious. Name this pattern. Oh my god. That's funny. People are they're just trolling. Last night, Tether CEO Paolo Adorno says Bitcoin's Black Friday moment. It's on Black Friday right now. Fire sale, guys. I'm telling you, we hit the fire. Well, we're $1,000 away from hitting the fire sale. Recovering to 97,000 currently. Retesting 96.8. 96.8. 7.5. Take your bets, ladies and gentlemen. How low can we go? Oh my god. Before we come back up. Still on the day. Still down on the day. On the 4 hour, we're coming back up. And every other shorter time frame is going to be positive. So that could be it. It could be it. That could be the bounce. That could be been the bounce. It's Friday though, so there's still a possibility we continue going down until maybe the weekend. Beauty of the dollar costs everything. The Cardone Capital accumulates cash flow every month and uses cash flow to buy Bitcoin at different levels. Ordered 935, just almost there, Damn. Oh my God, man, they're definitely betting on lower prices. Let's take a look at the since we're talking about the order books right now, over on Kimba, over on YouTube, guys. Don't forget to hit up Kimba. You, of course, don't pay for what you get for free.
What are you, stupid?
Yes. No, we get this for free. It looks like it's coming up. 97,000. Why is that behind? We didn't just come back down to 97. Oh yeah, we did. We just a little bit of flash crash back down to 97. Oh no. I just had a brain fart. I thought we were at 98. No, we were at 96.8. Oh my god.
You stupid?
Okay, yeah, we're coming up in spectacular fashion. The Bears are going to try to hold the line at about 97.5. So they're definitely putting up a fight right here at 97 flat. So that's of course the next psychological target we have, and looking at the shorter time frames here, and the amount of liquidity jumping on in and being taken out. Let's take a look at the order books. My God, that is blurry as hell, but I'll get through it. So yeah, we got 97,000 right here where we're bouncing off right now. Hopefully we'll jump back up. This is all brand new territory because we just lost all of this as of 24 hours ago. So anything below 100,000, that's pretty much all brand new territory. So the bulls are definitely having a lot more trouble, of course, getting back up here. We're going to run into a huge wall of fire right around 99, 98. Looks like right there. And that, harsh layer of new green, which is bad, above us. Below us is good. We have a new support wall at 94, 95, 94.8, 94.9. Right down below where we bounced earlier this morning. And then below that, of course, the big one I've been screaming from rooftops on was 87,000. I've been screaming from the rooftops on that for like 3 or 4 weeks now. This one scares me, and I told you this could be the target we go to by the end of the year. This could be the max sell-off territory. If we cannot hold the overall trend line for the macro trend line about $90,000 Bitcoin, then yeah, we're going to be retesting these crazy levels below, which they want to definitely scoop in and buy a crap ton of. Again, this is the shorter time frames. The largest thing we have above us is going to be 101,000. Looks like on the short time frames. Longer, we're still stuck in a channel now, a new channel between 94 and 100,000. Basically 100,000. If you want to go a little more closer, it would be like 98, right? 98. All right, so that's where we're at on Bitcoin this morning. 98,000 is going to be hard to push through, get back above on a Friday, I would imagine. So maybe into the weekend. By the end of the weekend, we could be back at 100,000 or more. 105. I'm still hoping for 105. That's what we were talking about last night. It would probably take us an entire weekend to recover. And you guys were asking me about 108. I'm like, I don't know about 108. I think I still have it on the board here. Do I? Is that it? This one here? No. I was just jumping on this. Yeah, I was just jumping on that for showing you guys the gold, lagging indicator against Bitcoin, which is still in effect, guys. There's still possibility we can still follow gold into the end of the year, and of course we've followed this in the entire year, right? The entire year we've honored this. We've also been following gold's ETF, right? ETF is behind it as well. That's ETF launch on gold. Originally, I put that on top of, Bitcoin. So, I'm still following that, which gets us to ridiculous prices like $1 million by 2030. It's insane. It's insane. I'm pretty sure Kathy Woods used that back in the day. I don't know. But there's no way she could have predicted that we were going to get ETFs launching in 2024. I don't know. Back then in 2020, when I first saw, I don't know. Anyway, that's just me rambling and ranting now. Let me catch up in the chat real quick. I wonder how much the ink will cost to the printers. What the hell? What are you talking about? Do you have a small Canon ink cartridge? Oh God. Danny says survived. We have survived. When never. 60% soon. Oh God. Good morning, fam. We ready for more doom? Yes, we are. Outdoor life. Yes, we are. Mother effing doom. The money printers. Oh, you talking about the money printers running on Canon ink cartridges? How much ink we use on... Oh, dude, it's insane. It's got to be stupid. Yeah, it's got to be stupid. All right. But yeah, the money printers don't use... I mean, they're using... They're probably doing... What are they probably using? So I'm a graphic designer by trade. I worked in a lot of different printing environments. They're probably using offset printing, if I were to guess, right? Offset printing on those printers. So it's probably relatively cheap. Okay, hi. Someone mentioned Doom? Yes, Doom. More Doom. Every single day. We just lost 97K. I'll be testing it here soon. Hopefully soon. I think I said, guys, 98 is going to be hard to break this morning. Hopefully in the afternoon there'll be enough liquidity to move us up above and back beyond 98. All right, let's get back into one more run of TradFi and doom scrolling. All right, one more run. We'll give it one more shot. Good old college try. Like 8 minutes until 11 Eastern time. All right, let's see what we got. It looks like Bloomberg's on break. CNBC. What are we talking about? Trump asked Department of Justice to investigate Epstein's files. Why are they covering this?
Department of Justice onto. Clearly, there's a history with a number of these individuals and institutions with Jeffrey Epstein. The potential for embarrassing headlines is certainly there for all of them. And it represents a political response here from the President of the United States, who has been under fire for several days now from new emails released on Capitol Hill that show Jeffrey Epstein in emails years before his death discussing his deep and ongoing relationship with Donald Trump that was active for several decades and ended abruptly around 2004. All of that pressure from the Epstein scandal on the president and this White House now appearing to result in a social media post in which the president is demanding that his Department of Justice investigate others for their relationships with Jeffrey Epstein.
All right, I've heard enough of the trash. Okay, Fox Business probably covering the same thing. Similar, Mandami pushed for universal childcare in New York City. Didn't everything get thrown out? I heard about the buses. We've seen that on the live. They weren't able to get the free buses, but on the other stuff, I don't know. Yeah, socialism threat. Of course, Fox Business is very hard right. Obviously, you know where that's headed. All right, moving into this here. Let's get back into. Let me take Bloomberg. Make sure they're not back from break yet. Just want to get one more. Stephen Curry under Armour. Still talking about Under Armour this morning. Okay, I'm over it. Getting back into crypto news. Let's get back into doom scrolling. What else we got here? Let me refresh it. Make sure we get some fresh stuff here. And other than that, it's kind of lackluster. Again, it's Friday, guys. Have a good day. Don't do anything stupid, all that stuff. Yeah. Jeez. You wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin's at 60,000. What are you doing? You buying that dip?
You stupid?
I'm getting more loans. I think they're cutting. I think they're cutting back on giving loans away now too. India has now had its first Bitcoin-only investment fund. Wow, that means citizens of the world's most populous nation can now get Bitcoin without paying 30% VDA tax rate. I guess details are in the comments. Okay, I guess I want to know more. That's pretty big news. See if we get that news here. News.bitcoin.com. Really, still nothing new on here. Looks like they just went on holiday or something. What the hell? Let me just see. Okay, Bitcoin India. Try to find something. Come on. Google sucks so bad. Wow, it's nothing. I'm clicking on tools. It's doing nothing. Google sucks so much. Anytime past hour, 24 hours. Let's look at the news. And 2 hours ago, as of 2 hours ago, Coinbase deepens India push with plan to buy its large exchange CoinDeck. Wow. So Coinbase is actually going to buy their exchange and just kind of accumulate it. U.S. exchanges have invested CoinDCX 3 times before and currently holds about 2.5% of it. India continues to draw more global exchanges despite heavy taxes and unclear regulations. Coinbase is making its most decisive push in India yet. The U.S. exchange has formally moved to acquire a monetary stake in the parent company, CoinDCX, and India's largest crypto exchange, marking a significant escalation of the long-term effort to gain footing in the world's most active digital asset markets. Okay, so looks like Coinbase is definitely the one making the moves out there. Let's see if we have any news on their tax related front though. Within the last 24 hours. Bitcoin hyper price prediction. How do Indian exchanges support users with tax compliance? Bitcoin slips. Okay, I don't know. I'm not seeing it pop up. I'd have to wait. No more. I have to wait to know more. Daniel Batten, don't give us more details. JP Morgan sees Bitcoin support holding 94,000 and eyes 170,000. Everyone's still covering, of course, JP Morgan and their bullish stance on for the rest of the year, or the rest into next year. Big announcement: major U.S. payments integration coming next week. They covered this last night. So again, we talked about that last night. Hold out for next week because they're going to have some sort of big announcement coming from Zbeck. For those Zbeckians in the chat, the best chart in Bitcoin right now is the record-long pre-parabolic phase that may be finally nearing its end. Damn, we are following the business cycle. We're literally following the business cycle. All right, government shutdown, dump. Government reopens, dump. Rate cuts, dump. No rate cuts, dump. ETFs buying, dump. Everything, of course, dumps at the market. It's the worst bull market ever, according to Ash Crypto over on X. And of course, everyone's still citing, of course, JP Morgan's bullish stance for the end of the year. This is coming from a company that has hated Bitcoin, has done nothing but try to send it down, downward, and of course now saying it's the most bullish on it. Again, you guys didn't catch this early in the week. Japanese woman got married to an AI boyfriend. We already talked about that. And I'm running out of steam. I remember the joke I made. It was her AI boyfriend better be over 9,000. Because she's wearing a rangefinder. Over 9,000. God. All right. I troll. I think that's it, guys. I think we've exhausted it. I think we've covered pretty much everything. I think we've exhausted the markets. And we've exhausted... There you go. That pretty much describes today. All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm probably gonna call it. Have a great day. Happy Friday, and don't do anything stupid, right?
What are you, stupid?
Sometimes the best thing you can do is just sit on your hands and hodl it out. Sometimes that's it, guys. More green candles coming soon. Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade a montage. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, gold 19. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my wallet with more coins and let me hodl forever more and more and more and more and more. And more. Hollywood shopping and more. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Cliff asks, does short buses have helmets? No, but I do.